One of you is about to become
Greatest moment
our new
of 2015.
Our new Miss Universe.
I avoided watching this.
No,
I'm already anxious.
I've
seen this. Who hasn't?
Will take her place.
Oh no.
Good luck.
Oh, they're both so happy for each other.
Miss Universe 2015.
It's just the worst. Here it comes.
Columbia!
No, it's not. No, don't get so happy. If you only knew.
Little does she know.
I can't. I'm holding my breath.
Oh, and they even put the crown on her.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
This is him realizing, oh my God, no.
Okay, folks.
He did a complete circle.
I have to apologize.
And she's like,
The
what?
first runner-up is Columbia.
Her face, her face.
Miss
Oh, no.
It's Philippines.
No! I mean, yes, but no.
There's so many emotions in that face I can't begin to describe.
She doesn't even know what to do. Get out there, girl. Get your crown.
Philippines, take your first walk as Miss Universe.
Awkward AF. And then Miss Columbia's still just standing there with the crown on her head.
Listen, folks.
It's so uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable.
This is exactly what's on the card.
How do you not read that right, though?
It was my mistake. It was on the
That
card.
poor guy.
Horrible mistake.
Horrible
but the right
mistake.
thing, I
Yes,
can show
Steve.
it to you right here.
You know, I've seen a close-up of this card. It's like pretty,
It is my mistake.
it's pretty clear.
Still a great night.
Is it?
Please don't hold it against the ladies.
Why would anyone blame the women?
But it's still a great night. Thank you all.
I can't. Oh, God. That's the worst. You never imagined it this way, did you?
Why did you make me watch that again?
Oh, it's the worst. That is the worst.
My heart is beating so hard. No one in that entire clip is a winner.
Did you know about this before today?
I did. I read a lot about it on Twitter, but I had not seen that video.
I did.
How could you not?
It was all over Twitter.
I didn't know about it until like it was viral the next day.
My wife was looking at her Facebook feed and she said, "Oh no." And I thought, who died?
As someone that has done hosting things in the past, that's my greatest nightmare.
Why is this the type of thing that would go that crazy in social media?
Someone messed up on TV, and usually that makes for a story in today's day and age.
The internet loves fails. It's like one of the biggest shareable things.
You can't watch it without feeling uncomfortable. My pits were sweating.
It is the most uncomfortable thing that could ever happen at a pageant. Everyone loves to see an uncomfortable moment, but not be in it.
The things that like succeed on social media are like people getting like little glimpses of like the human condition, and one of those is just that feeling we all know of being just so embarrassed and disappointed and thinking you got something, and there's so many emotions.
How do you think Steve Harvey did in terms of covering for this mistake once he realized it?
I don't know. Kind of just real average. I just don't know how you messed that up in the first place.
He could have done it a lot quicker. That was a long pause. He was like slowly walking over.
I think it was good.
I know.
He owned up to it. He said, don't blame the women, you know, this is all on me.
I think he did a good job. Was it awkward? Was it painful? Was it gloriously entertaining? Absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie, the temptation to stand there and be like, hey, no one's gonna know. Let me just pretend this is what the card says. I mean, he owned up. He showed the card. How else could you have handled the situation? I think he handled it the best he could have.
What about the decision to decrown Miss Columbia while they were still on the air?
That was the worst part. Couldn't you wait?
They probably have built-in policies for so many things, but not that. The show had to wing it.
They should have had a backup crown because that's awkward as AF. They should have had a second crown and said, oh, no, we're doing it different this year. 2 Miss Universes.
It happened so fast that no one had a second to really process the entire situation. That's a tough decision to make, but then at the end of the day, you also have to think about that that's Miss Philippines' moment as well.
If you were Miss Columbia, how do you think you would have reacted?
this moment right now.
You would have like seen it in my eyes. I would have started crying, but I would have kept smiling.
Anyone would have reacted the same way Miss Columbia reacted, which is with the saddest smile I've ever seen in my life.
What do? You just go, and then you just moonwalk out of that bitch. You just get out of the way because it's not your time anymore. It's not about you anymore. You thought it was.
So you do a lot of live performing. Has there ever been something that went horribly wrong?
Oh God, that's hard.
Luckily, I'm Miranda, so if I mess up, like, I can blame it on the fact that Miranda's an idiot.
Things go wrong in my shows all the time. One time I was singing the song where the first half starts acoustic and we had started in the wrong key, and then all these tracks come in and I'm like a tritone off, and you just have to smile and be like, keep singing.
I make mistakes all the time. I mean, I do stand-up comedy, and sometimes I totally say the punchline of the joke as like the first line, and I'm like, wait. It's kind of just about how you handle the situation. That's why I can respect and kind of relate to Steve Harvey. You know, it's a tough situation to be in.
So back to this event, many have said this was a conspiracy.
Really?
That's gonna happen.
Yeah, I've heard that, which is crazy.
I think it's a conspiracy because everyone benefits. Miss Columbia
Benefits the most.
was not a part of the conspiracy, but Miss Philippines was. Roll the tape back. Look at Miss Philippines' face while they're crowning Miss Columbia. She has this like, wait a
Not
second.
for long.
I would like to believe I have enough faith in humanity that you wouldn't like dash a poor woman's dreams on national television.
Are there elements when you watch this that make you think maybe it was?
No, it's too genuine.
I don't know a single black man other than Kanye who would agree to making himself look like a jackass.
I would not put anything past PR and marketing people.
I did believe that when he messed up, he was like, I could also see the gears spinning in his mind of like, oh shoot, I did something wrong.
It was done too well to be an actual conspiracy, but it has all the same effects as if it were a conspiracy.
Who talks about Miss Universe? No one talks about it. So the fact that we're all talking about it means it really was an incredible publicity stunt, if that's what it was.
So finally, who do you feel worse for, Steve Harvey or Miss Columbia?
Oh my gosh. It sucks for both of them, but I feel bad for Steve, because if he didn't it up, then there's no feeling bad for Miss Columbia.
Oh, Miss Columbia, for sure. Like, no, who cares about Steve Harvey?
Steve's gonna be fine. Miss Columbia, definitely. I feel sorry for her.
Athletes visualize success. These girls visualize being crowned a winner. And so her visualization that she's probably had from a preteen until present day just happened for her in real life and then got taken away.
Miss Columbia, they've worked so hard for it, so to have this kind of awkward moment be the story of your involvement in that, it's gotta suck for her. So I do feel really, really, really bad.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of YouTubers React.
Make sure that you subscribe to everyone that was in this episode.
Peace.
Bye.
It's your boy D-Trix. YouTubers React. We out.